I actually had a quick question for you, Al, if you
Yes,
don't
sir.
mind. So I've been a big movie fan before I was in doing pro wrestling and stuff. So would you have any advice, like kind of getting into that? Because I'm kind of slowly looking into like kind of pursuing like stunts and all that stuff. So if you had any like quick little advice to like I could look into or something.
In Vegas, you are lucky because you do have some things working there, and I know because I've got a guy that lives up in Pahrump that
Okay.
he's former law enforcement. He doesn't do stunts, but he does a fair amount of acting. He doesn't get anywhere near the acting over there that we get in Hollywood, of course. But
Right.
yeah, find me in Vegas and we'll talk, and I'll line you up with stuff. And it's like wrestling. You got to get out there. You got to promote yourself. Let people know I'm here. This is what I can do. One of the biggest keys to acting is, especially commercially, you have to dress the part.
Right.
Well, if they're asking for a cop, I've got probably 25, 30 police uniforms, all different agencies. Some are real. So when I walk into an audition in uniform, I can't walk on the street with the whole uniform, but I get dressed, walk into there, and I've had people chew me out like, "Oh God, the real cops are here." Why don't you leave it to the actors? I'm like, yeah, sit down, boy. And, like cowboy. I mean, I just did another cowboy thing. I hadn't worked for this guy for probably 10 years. He remembered me, called me up and says, I want to do a fight scene with you. Are you willing? I'm like, yeah, cool. Well, I got the full cowboy outfit. So being able to dress the part is huge. So as an actor, I mean, one thing I'm kind of sad about, back when I left, my world of wrestling way back when, and then came back to it, I got rid of all my snakeskin boots. I mean, that was
Oh,
our big thing back then. My boots were not cheap boots, but I thought, okay, the part of my life's over. And then I get a call from Toronto and like, will you come up here and do a series of matches and blah blah blah. So I went back into it. And, God, I wish I had my snakeskin boots. Well, now they've kind of come back into style, and I don't have them. I mean, I bought other ones, obviously, but to dress the part, when you do it, a quick side story. When I did LMFAO, Sorry for Party Rocking, Red Pooh's sitting there and he's looking at all these pictures, on the table, and I'm up there with like 5 people, I think. And he goes, "Okay, yeah, this is this. That's our cop." And oh wow, there's our cop. I was hired right there
Oh yeah.
because I've got a real uniform. I look the part. That is the biggest key. And yeah, I tell people, you can get to do things that people all over the world watch and wish they could do. You get to do it. So
and
take every opportunity you can and work it.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
That's
No
beautiful.
worries.
That's beautiful.
absolutely. And before you go, I gotta